Tell us about that?
Sure, I will.
All right.
I have to sit in a short person's chair. So, yeah, I got some freebies of something I wrote a few years back. Take whatever you want. The title has to do with that's how I deal with my depression, so hence the fun. This is actually me in a costume too. This is like random pieces of like 4 or 5 costumes. I'm one of those nerds who go to conventions. Alright, so this is Relics. When I pull up in my battle-scarred truck, that old song is playing on the radio. There's lyrics I haven't heard, and well, who did that damn song anyways? Nonetheless, of what I do here through the cracks and pops, it definitely suits this house. It's an old rundown bi-level with a winding porch, and more windows and walls. But the windows are heavily tinted and the shades are all half drawn. The windows do not let the light into the home, but rather steal it, consume it into the darkness, never to be seen again. How many neighborhood rumors revolve around this home? For how long has it been whispered that this is that haunted house? Or even, this is where that one creepy guy did that one horrific thing. Or even that series of horrific things. Did the boogeyman originate here, inside the darkness of that house, stealing the sunshine from precocious little boys and girls, finally freed from the confines of scholastic imprisonment, until eventually their days of play started getting shorter, and they returned to their 9 months of confinement, with no one to blame but the invisible tenant of that ever-decaying, but seemingly indestructible and insurmountable home. I imagine a stone in my hand, to be thrown into this house of glass. I picture it not breaking the glass so much as piercing a pool of darkness that ripples across the entire home, melting each window, and finally freeing everyone's abducted childhoods. I see the sunlight exploding from the foundation, the cracked brown leaves in every dead, broken tree, suddenly springing to life and filling with green. Years of devoured frisbees, kites, and baseballs launching into the air from every crevice. And then, I think, maybe appearances can be deceiving. Maybe this house is not so much the spooky old ruin, but rather a cracked and worn old photo album, housing years of relics of life spent well and with love. Love that our generation could not possibly fathom, devoid of the electronic means of expressing and spreading it. How many boys turned men turned soldiers here? How many mothers turned grandmothers turned cherished memories? How many years were cried over scraped knees and first loves, or spent on lover lane, backyard barbecues, and drunken sibling brawls? Is that old tire finally getting its deserved rest from someone screaming, or off the wheels of a well-loved ancestor to my vehicle? Whose lives and legends are parked in this dusty driveway? Whose footprints am I standing in right now? Maybe those dark windows never really robbed the light, but rather were meant to hold it in for the love growing inside, so that anyone within would always feel its warmth and brightness, and any time someone left the house, they returned that light to the world in kind, richer and brighter than it ever would have been had it not spent its time within those walls. Who are you, O house of stolen light? What secrets do you hold? How many childhoods were used up here, either stolen or spent fully? What lives have you had? What adventures can you tell me? I smile. This is going to be fun as I kick in the front door. I do a lot of trash picking, so that one and this one are both related to that. It's where I get most of my art supplies. This is Violet. I was found today, a tattered old thing, the glowing red eyes staring up from a box beaten by the hot summer sun. Most would have passed me by, scared away by my time-worn ugliness, but he saw the light I had, the life I had, the stories I had lived in those sun-bleached eyes. A generation ago, I wasn't so ugly. I used to be loved and doted upon. I was new and beautiful, cherished by a little girl as her best friend. Together we danced with each pretend man that would be our future husband. We sipped tea with the queen, we scaled grand mountains, and battled terrifying dragons, soared with the eagles, and swam with the dolphins. We went on grand adventures through muck and mire, and finished each day in baths of pearlescent bubbles. For years we played as sisters, and were inseparable. But the years also brought change. She grew, and gradually I was left behind. It didn't happen overnight. As the girl's body grew, I became less and less a part of it. I became part of the idea of better left behind, better to be put in their place. I was relegated to a shelf, to watch as womanhood pushed me out of her life, while the dust grew. I watched her first kiss and guarded the keys to her first car that allowed her to get further away from me even faster. I saw from the window as she became our make-believe princess and donned her shimmering prom dress. My eyes were a brilliant blue in those days. I could see so much better. Then one day, I watched as she packed her room, growing more barren each minute. Eventually, her mother returned. I was placed in a dark box and hauled to the realm of forgotten loves. I spent my days itching from the fiberglass and trying to prevent wasps from colonizing my body. I could no longer see anything with my eyes, but my heart remembered everything. I dreamed of all the things the girl imagined with me. I lost track of time in that attic as I relived our adventures and my fantasies I had grown with her, both wearing our matching prom dresses, both dancing with our princes at the ball. We would laugh as the wind blew our hair into tangled messes in her car. I am more than a slab of plastic. I am a totem of childhood hope, a guardian for the dreams she took off to chase. The light shone upon me again, only when it was my time to go. I was placed in another box, this time on the lawn with a 50-cent price tag. My life, my love, had lost its value. I was left in the sun, forgotten, discarded, until the natural brilliance of my eyes, their tears and beauty leaked into the ground, leaving behind only the crimson that had always been there. Until someone finally picked me, dusted me off, loved me for my red eyes, and put me on another shelf where I could collect dust anew.